All right, welcome. We're going to go ahead and look at worksheet 5, which is talking about roots and vertices and such of the parabola. And if you weren't here, we're going to talk through the first few just to make sure you understand this. If you wanted to find an x-intercept of any equation, what it is that you would do, you always have your y and your x, and the one thing that you need to recognize is the x-intercept is always on the x-axis. And every point along here has a y value of 0. So what you would do is you would plug in 0 for y. Now, in order to solve for the x-intercepts here, super duper easy, when you plug in 0 for y, it becomes a really easy question to solve, and x is simply equal to 2. What would you need to do differently for this one? Well, when you set it up, what happens is that you can't just easily solve for that. You would have to factor or possibly quadratic formula if you needed. So let's go ahead and do that for this. We'll go ahead and plug in 0. And we factor this. You do your little diamond, negative 12 and 4. That would be what? 6 and negative 2. So x minus 2, x plus 6 equals 0. You set them each equal to 0 because if they multiply to get 0, one of them must be equal to 0. So we have x equals 2 and x equals negative 6. So the x-intercepts are 2 comma 0. Remember, 0 is our y, and negative 6 comma 0. So we have 2 comma 0 and negative 6 comma 0. Now the vertex has to be exactly in the middle. So right here along this line somewhere is the vertex. So again, it's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So negative 2 is my x value for the vertex, which means if I want to figure out what the y value is, this is my x. Think about it as like making a little table. If this is my x, I just plug it in to find my y. So negative 2 squared plus 4 times negative 2 minus 12. So you get negative 12 and negative 8 is negative 20. And plus 4 is negative 16. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is our point down there. Is this vertex a maximum or a minimum? It is the lowest point on our parabola, so it would be considered the minimum. And the equation of this line right here is x is equal to negative 2. The y changes all the time, but it's always over at the negative 2 point. So making this graph a little bit prettier, if we plugged in negative 2, we would want to plug in negative 1 because it's right next door to it. And we plug in negative 1, we end up getting negative 15. So right here and right here on both sides. Remember, it's symmetrical. And then I plug in a 0 into here, and I get negative 12. So, whoops, right here, and whoops, right here. So this would be our parabola. And again, how do I pick these numbers? They're just right next door to the vertex of where it is that you have it.